What's up, everybody? This is A Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. And today we will be discussing Pluto conjunct the North Node Synasty aspect. So first we're going to break down what Pluto is all about. Pluto is linked to the sign Scorpio. Pluto rules over the 8th house in the natal birth chart, which is Scorpio's house. So Pluto has to deal with death, rebirth, transformation, joint finances, taxes, loans, investments, inheritance. It also has to deal with the mystical world, the underworld. It has a lot to deal with alchemy, astrology, things that have to be hidden or things that are just are, okay, underneath the surface. But this is a conscious thing, right? So Pluto does have to deal with conscious. The 8th house, which is Pluto's house, is very similar to the 12th. It's just that the 12th has to deal with the subconscious, while Pluto has to deal with the conscious. So now we're talking about the North Node. The North Node has to deal with your life purpose, your life path, what you're moving towards. Okay, what's destined for you, the new experience that you're supposed to be experiencing in this lifetime. With the North Node, people are more inclined to go back into their South Node. Okay, that's the experience that they had prior, right? Their past life, what they experienced and went through. So the North Node is adding on to that experience, okay, with a new purpose and a new goal at hand. A conjunction. A conjunction has to deal with, usually, when you say a conjunction, it can mean that the Pluto is in the same sign as the North Node. It doesn't have to be that. It can also be in degrees that is making it a conjunction, meaning that, let's say somebody's a Pluto in Libra, okay, and somebody's a North Node in Scorpio, okay, but it's in degrees of Scorpio, okay, like that, like it was going to be pushing over to it. Oh yeah, you got to look at degrees too. But anyway, let's keep on going. So that's what that can indicate. So it means that it can swing back and forth with being cool, calm, and collective, and then it can also turn and be crazy and chaotic all over the place. So we're gonna dive deep into what this is gonna mean when this pops up in a synastry aspect. So this aspect is going to indicate a powerful connection between two people. Okay, these people, these men and women, or these men and men, or these women and women, come together for a profound purpose, often related to personal growth and evolution. Okay, so these people are coming together for something greater than themselves, something that is very much powerful in nature. Okay, there's some kind of purpose behind why they're linking up. So the North Node represents our soul mission and our life direction, or where we are meant to be moving towards in this lifetime, where Pluto has to deal with intensity, okay? It also has to deal with the depths to the mission, indicating that this relationship has the potential to be transformative and also life-changing. So these people are coming together, and old habits will probably be discussed, addressed, okay, out with the old, in with the new, but life-changing. Okay, these could be the type of people that are coming together to create a child or have children. Okay, create a business and have a family. Okay, create a business and have people working for them. Okay, so you got to look at this in like a whole nother kind of sense, because it's life changing. So these people involved may feel a heavy, strong pull towards exploring their deepest desires, fears, and secrets. Okay, so these people are going to really open up about what it is that they want, what it is that they need, the things that they are afraid of, okay, the things that they fall short in, their weaknesses, their strengths. They're going to be having all of these deep ass conversations, okay? Now, the Pluto conjunct North Node could bring about a certain level of obsession, or compulsion within the relationship as they drawn to comfort and transform their own shadows. Okay, so they will be confronting their darkest sides of each other. Okay, each person in the connection is going to see something about the other person that mirrors something about them that they don't like or they're not really pleased with. Okay, also could be seeing things that they should be doing, okay, but might be refusing to do so. Okay, keep in mind this has to deal with spirituality, it has to deal with evolution, it has to deal with evolving as an individual. Both people involved will be transformed. Okay, very much obsessed with each other. And this can be like impulsive, but it can also be like repulsion. Okay, so it swings back and forth. All right, but your deepest, darkest nature is going to be brought to the forefront. Okay, your deep, dark shadows are going to be exposed. Okay, the Pluto person is definitely going to draw this intensity out. Okay, but the North Node person is also supposed to be meant to draw it out as well, right? The purpose, the life purpose. So the conjunction of Pluto, North Node, may also indicate a shared purpose or destiny between the individuals. Okay, so there's something about them coming together, meeting up, linking up. Okay, whether this is started off as an on again, off again relationship, or whether and it could have done that too. It could have been an on again, off again relationship where you was dealing with the person, and then later on in life y'all get together and y'all are together for 20 years, 30 years, okay, and things like that. But it's something about this connection, okay, it's destined. All right, this is a karmic relationship as well, but it's destined to go on and take place for something greater than them. So the couple, their connection often involves a significant karmic bond, suggesting that they have unfinished business from a past life to work through together. Okay, so the key thing here is together. Okay, maybe in a past life these people were involved in some kind of way. Okay, in the past life. Okay, maybe they was getting up and smashing. Okay, but they didn't fully have a child, or they didn't have that home dynamic. Okay, now let's back it up. Let's say in the past life they had children, but they talked about opening up a business. They talked about having things in place for them. They talked about traveling. They talked about sightseeing, and they were unable to do that. So it was something that they didn't quite get a chance to do that was supposed to or was talked about. And in this lifetime, they're going to be finishing that business up. Okay, a lot of times when you hear unfinished business, you think that's going to be the absolute end of the connection, but that the connection doesn't have to end. It can end. Okay, once everything's learned and everything like that, it could be over. All right, but we know it's something greater. It's a stronger pull onto them. Okay, so the key words for this Pluto conjunct the North Node is going to be power struggles, karmic connection, destiny, evolution, intensity, transformation, psychological depth, fated encounters, fated experiences, deep change, and soul growth. Okay, so when you hear this and you hear, okay, it's destined, right? But it's going to be a tug of war. It's going to be power struggles. They're going to argue. They're not going to see eye to eye all the time. Okay, very much karmic connection. There's something that went on to take place in the past life, and they're here doing it again, finishing up that work. Okay, this is going to allow them to evolve as a couple and individually. Okay, there's going to be a lot of intense feelings for one another. Okay, both people will be transformed due to the connection, the psychological depth. Okay, this can be a psychic placement. Okay, where you know when the person is off, or they're not feeling right, or something's wrong with them. Okay, definitely coming together to experience something greater. All right, when it talks about deep change, okay, this could be change in character, a change in value systems, okay, a change of view, It could be change of beliefs that go on to take place in a connection because it has to deal with your soul evolution. So reflecting on this aspect, it is essential to consider the transformative potential it holds for you and your partner. So the Pluto person helps in some way the North Node person in seeing their purpose more clearly. Okay, the Pluto person is coming to enlighten the North Node person, like, you can do this, go for it, shoot for it. Okay, let's say that the North Node person is a fashion designer. Okay, or maybe she has a clothing line or something like that, some type of business. The Pluto person is going to push for that, assist in that. Okay, maybe get the money up for that. You see what I'm saying? So it can happen for you. So many times Pluto person support the North Node person in a direct way. Okay, so it's not being hidden underneath the surface. It's very much conscious decision. I'm helping you do what you need to do. Let me know where I can help. Okay, believing in you, encouraging you, empowering you to go forth in your purpose. So this means that the North Node person usually finds out who they really are due to being linked up with the Pluto person. They found out their life calling, what they were called to do, what they was meant to do. Okay, and together they could be a dynamic duo. Together they could be a strong dynamic force, okay, in the world. So now when it comes to crisis in this relationship that these people need to survive through. All right, so there's going to be challenges. Okay, it's not going to be just a easy thing that goes on that takes place. Okay, when we think about crises in the relationship, let's say that you're dealing with somebody and you two have this. All right, let's say somebody passes away in, the family. Okay, and one person's taking it really, really hard. Okay, they might be tapping out, tuning out, very much heartbroken for who passed. And the other person has to go through this with you, go through the pain with you, see you hurt, okay, help you, encourage you, and uplift you, okay? This could also be if you have other children with other people, okay, dealing with their problems, but their problems is now your problems, okay? So it's a linkage of that, okay? Joint finances is strong here, okay? So this is going to be a strong pull on finances as well, coming together and putting the money together. Maybe you have a bank account together, or if you don't, maybe the person has a bank account that you have access to, or maybe they just freely just give you the money. Okay, but there's things going on with this. Okay, getting through crisis situations together is something that has to go on to take place, but it will be it's going to be difficult. So this relationship may be hard to get out of your head. It could be hard to walk away from. It could be hard to let go of. Okay, this is the kind of connection where you will think about this person even when you're not with them. Even when you're not with them. Opportunities are exploring depths of psyche. Also, embracing personal growth together is something that needs to go on and take place. When it comes to the goal of this relationship, confronting your deepest fears and letting go of old patterns need to go on and take place in order for this relationship to survive. So if somebody is in this relationship and they're verbally abusive, physically abusive, or have been that in the past, coming to the table, you need to learn how to curve that fucking mouth. You need to learn how to keep your goddamn hands to your motherfucking self. Okay, that's what the shit I'm talking about. Okay, now let's talk about if somebody's not really good with saving money. Somebody's not really good with handling it. Okay, the other person should step in. Okay, it's always one person that's better in something than the other person. Okay, that's just it. In a connection, that's what it is. Okay, so this is how they learn, open up, let go. If you was in a previous relationship before them and you went through this and you went through that and you get with this person and they're not doing you that way, you need to acknowledge that I'm no longer going through that shit no more. You don't bring that shit back up in this when that's not going on. No. So this one is some kind of placement. Let me know what you guys think of the Pluto conjunct North Node Synasty aspect. Okay, in future videos to come, I'll go more in depth into that. If anybody needs their chart analyzed, please hit me up. I do have the prolific soul sale going on. For more information about that, please hit me up. My phone number is 516-738-6042. Okay, so this is a force of nature, spiritual awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all, and I will see you on the next one.